It is a very snowy, very cold day here, which is unusual because I live in Tennessee. There was a winter storm that blew through earlier this week, a couple days ago, and we got around 6 inches of snow, which, if you know, in the South can completely shut a city down. And the kids' school has been canceled for the next couple days. The roads where I am are not necessarily great to be driving on, and it's just not a good time for us to get out of the house. So my husband is working from home, my kids are here, and this means it's going to be a very short and quick Transfer Tuesday while they have gone outside to play in the snow. So we are having a ton of fun here, like so much fun. We prepared for the winter weather. We had everything we needed. We had food, we had firewood. We do have a fireplace, which is one of the things I love about this house. We had everything possible if the power went out. We had lanterns and candles and all of the things. And it felt really, really good to be prepared. I've definitely gone through storms before where I wasn't prepared and things were really bad. I've been through a lot of like kind of traumatic bad storms, but this time we were prepared. It was just a light snow, no ice. It was easy mode. It felt like easy mode. And I think part of the easy mode was because we were prepared. We were prepared to work from home for a while. We were prepared to be stuck without power. We were prepared to do all of the things that we knew could potentially happen. And I think that's what made this feel so easy this time. And I just keep thinking about how being prepared for the storm relates to so many other things in my life. Being prepared for financial things that come along. So having my sinking funds in place, having my retirement plan kind of on automatic schedule, you know, investing 15-20% of my income every time I get paid. So having those things in place will make it feel so much easier when the storms do come, when the bad times come, when the inevitable situations arise where it's like, oh no, this is terrible. Just having those systems and having that, honestly, having money in place just will make things so much easier. So one of the things I am obviously working on is my house savings, but I'm also working on behind the scenes in my business of building up a business emergency savings. So basically having an emergency fund for my business. So when I can't pay myself or I can't work or I quit doing one thing to do something else and I'm not sure if it'll work financially, I'm able to kind of float myself and not have to immediately turn to get a job in the next month or two. And that is something that I am working hard on. And not only am I doing that for the business, but I'm also doing it on a small scale for our family. We do obviously have savings. We are not living paycheck to paycheck or anything like that. We have a decent amount of savings, but I want to increase that because I am self-employed, because layoffs can happen anytime. And I've been seeing a lot of friends in the tech world get laid off, and I just kind of want to make sure that if my husband lost his job, we were safe, we were good, and we had those savings to fall back on. And also, you know, things just happen. A house near us had a tree fall on it a few weeks ago, and that storm just completely upended their life. It ruined the house. Obviously, you want to have insurance for those situations, but also having the money immediately that you can access, that you can just use and go take care of your family in those kinds of situations is such a relief and something that I definitely want to keep piling up so that we have a probably bigger emergency fund than is recommended, but feels comfortable to me so that I know that we can kind of get through storms and go on easy mode, because easy mode feels good. Like, oh my gosh, I feel so nice being prepared for things, and maybe you do too. So just a thought, maybe if you don't have an emergency fund, a great place to start is trying to save up like $500 and then $1,000 and then 1 month of expenses or 1 month of income, kind of stair step your way up to a bigger emergency fund. That's kind of how I started, and then I built a bigger one, and now I'm wanting to get to the next level where I have an even bigger emergency fund. So that's just me. I'm feeling the need to build up savings and to get through things as easily as possible. But today, I'm not actually working on that. I'm working on the 2 goals that we've been working on every Transfer Tuesday, because today is Transfer Tuesday, where I put money toward our big financial goals. And those goals are to, one, max out my Roth IRA for the year, which is $7,000. And then the second goal is to save up $10,000 to put toward our house down payment savings so we can purchase another home and have one primary residence and a rental property. So that's kind of the goal as we are working on building wealth and building emergency savings and just building our financial foundation in general so that we can eventually reach financial independence and are less reliant on our paychecks. So we are working on that today, and the first thing I'm going to look at is actually the house savings because that's kind of what is in front of me right now. And last week we were at $178.28. So that was after 2 weeks of savings. This is not the probably main priority goal right now, and it's got a $50 transfer going in every single week, but I'm not adding a ton to it. And this week we are not adding a ton. We are only doing that $50 automatic transfer that goes through. And that is partly because there were no other transfers that went through. I did actually have a couple things I sent to this account, but they have not landed there yet because yesterday was a bank holiday and they just haven't processed. So we only had $50 go in, and that leaves us with a new balance of $228.28. So it's kind of off to a small, slow start, but it's definitely also kind of in limbo mode. We're not really pushing that one hard. We're not really focusing on that. And also, of course, like I said, a bank holiday on a Monday usually means my transfers on Tuesday are a little messed up sometimes. So we'll probably have a good week next week, but for today, it just was what it was. So next we're going to look at the Roth IRA, and we are going to put money into that goal. So last week we were at 6% funded of that $7,000 that we can put in contribution wise for the year. That felt really good, and we were at a total of $421. So that's where we're starting today. And I am going to be putting in $140 today. So I put in $140 because that's kind of what I had laying around in the budget and in my checking account. So we put in $140, and now we are at $561 contributed for the year of 2024. So we're off to a decent start there. That is 8% of the goal funded for the year of 2024. Pretty excited about that. That feels really good. And I think that that ultimately will be a goal that I hopefully finish in the first few months of the year. I know 8% doesn't feel like that much, but it's only been 3 weeks, and I think that pushing this one up to the front will be nice because usually money in the market longer is better. So we're going to try to prioritize this one being done first this year, and then we can move on to really ramping up the house savings and emergency savings as well. So that's it for me. Comment club, if you watched this far, type down below easy mode because I'm definitely thinking of ways I can make my life into easy mode for everything I'm doing financially and also just in general, because why not? If we can set up the systems and automations and have the money there to make things feel easier, yes, let's do it. So type down below easy mode, and if you did anything for Transfer Tuesday, let me know, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday as we work on our goals together. See you guys then. Bye guys.